Hi, I'm Linda Deir. Welcome to Linda's Weekly Guided Insights, a weekly gift of guidance on navigating the uncertain world you are now living in, published every Tuesday since 2014. In this episode, the guides talked about when did you realize you were being guided? Part 2. In Part 1, I talked a lot about the importance of using the journal that I wrote entitled My Guided Journey. Part 2. To trigger your early childhood memories about the conversations you used to have with your guides. In these chapters, you will also recall how the people in this world made everything so hard. They had limited ways of doing and thinking about everything. It seemed like this world was too busy as it pushed you aside. If you took any of this personally, you were defeated. The good news is, once you stopped expecting this world to bring you clarity, you started looking inward. Calming down and looking inward allowed you to be in the present moment, where your guides reside. From this perspective, you could easily see the limitations of the physical world. But what you didn't expect is that your inner world would be so unpopular in the outer world. People were too busy and distracted to have any appreciation for what you discovered or who you were. You hit a crossroads when you made a critical decision. Would you pursue your inner adventures and make a solid connection to your guides? Or were you driven by what was going on in just this world? Either way, writing in your journal for just 15 minutes a day will bring the two worlds together. When this happens, it will be much easier and a lot more fun achieving results in the physical world. Additionally, you will make everything look easy as you follow your curiosity to the next interesting pursuit with the constant support of your guides. You will capture the attention of others just by being yourself. They will want to know how you did it, so their life can begin to work too. So expect to be a source of guidance for others as your life becomes an example for them to follow. So once again, let's let the guides talk about when did you realize that you were being guided? Part 2. And here they go. A fearless life happens when you are connected to us. Very soon, your world will experience great fear, and you will need to be the example that they can follow. An example that you have harnessed, resulting from the writing you do every day in your journal. We want you to walk with us through the wobble. They mentioned the wobble before. Explain the wobble? W A. Okay, they're talking about the wars that are going to break out. That's really a whole different session, but I did ask them, and they did answer. We're coming close to some really extreme events in the world, not just in your country, but in the world. All right, and you're going to need to be, as the world wobbles, and it's unstable and unsure of itself. Somebody has to be off that wobble. Somebody has to have a strong sense of themselves and a center and a calmness in order to see what's really going on, because that's the only time when you're in your present moment, when you're connected to your guides, and you start to see what's going on through the eyes of your guides, because you're connected. You are connected. That's why you can see it too. But you have to be calm, like your guides are, in order to see it. You have to be present, which is where your guides reside. Otherwise, you can't reach them and they can't reach you. That's critical. That's what the journal writing will train you to do. Work with your journal. We can't say that enough. You will have the guidance and information you need when you need it as a result of doing this. Yes. Begin now. Time is short. You will have what you need if you start writing now and create a communication bridge to us, so you are never without answers and direction. A source of guidance that will be there every time you write. Okay, you guys, I don't know what else to say to you. As you move through my website, the featured showcase project is the guided journey. It took me 8 years to finish that. And the guided journey will really be a tremendous help to you, your family members, your friends, everyone you know, your teachers, your coworkers, your boss, everybody that you know, that is part of this community, the global community, who really wants to help, who is here. We're here to help each other get through this. That's why I did this entire project. I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming from the beginning of my life. My book, Guided, explains how that played out. When I first came here into this world, and my first memories, how I was shocked to see what was going on here, and how I made that connection to my guides. Honestly, I wouldn't have made it through this life without them. I never would have. It's been tremendous, and it keeps you from falling into fear. Fear will control you and just annihilate you. You can't go that way. You just can't do it. And you can't let what other people think of you control you either. They will learn. They're just about ready to learn what that is. You stay on your path. You have help. You are never alone, and always being guided.